3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is David, and today we're continuing talking about this epidemic that's coming over all the world pretty much. It's definitely surpassed over 110 countries worldwide. What we're talking about is the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. I'm starting to worry for at least our area because people are overreacting completely. Maybe they're not. I don't know. You tell me below in the comments. Are people overreacting by closing down all establishments and business and restaurants and post offices and pretty much anywhere public areas? In Effingham, Illinois, they have shut down everything as of today. I feel like it's only a matter of time before they put a curfew in effect. And I'm just not quite sure what to do at this point because we're still staying in a hotel. And although I think we only have one case of the virus here in town, that will spread quickly if they don't take care of it. So hopefully it is taken care of. There's just so much going on right now. It's hard to figure out what topic to cover. But this is an important topic to cover, so I'm going to continue covering it until there's something else to cover. And, mostly I wanted to take on this homeless challenge and how that's affecting everybody. And really now it's like, well, how is this coronavirus going to affect homeless people too? Are we thinking about that? And these people are the ones that are actively on the streets and out in the wild. They have large populations in lots of cities all over the United States. Are they going to be the major carriers? And not to raise panic in any of you guys that follow me or watch these videos. That's not what I'm trying to do. But we do need to bring some awareness that if you are feeling like you have some of these symptoms, then you need to seek some help. Unfortunately for our area, we don't even have testing available yet. And not having testing available is a major problem in itself, and probably one of the reasons this thing will spread so quickly and has spread so quickly. I was watching a documentary last night on YouTube about how this outbreak started, and a lot of experts are saying that this can be pretty much centered to these what they call wet markets in Bangkok and Asia. And what they do is they are selling all types of different animals on the black market for food, and they butcher them live right there in these markets. And so they're saying that one of these animals could have been a bat, could have been a monkey, could have been anything. Is the one that started this virus. While other parts of this documentary were talking about the leader of China being the major reason why this is out there, saying that it's man-made. So there's definitely a lot of different angles that people are trying to play on. And I get it if it were a man-made thing. Because they got so much suppression in China with free press, they just don't allow it for the most part, and anybody that tries to speak out against the Chinese government is pretty much assassinated. The first person that was a whistleblower on this coronavirus situation that we got going on right now actually turned up dead not too much longer after they were a whistleblower. So now that puts fear in people, and they don't want to come out and tell the truth. So do I put it above or below the Chinese government to try and take out its own population? No, because it has a trickle-down effect too. And since we've been having these tariff wars, I believe that they know that it would affect us too. It's like I talk about, I just got laid off from a job where we rely solely on Chinese products. We are way behind the eight ball on productivity. so far back that not only I got laid off, but first shift people got laid off too. Actually they started with first shift, and then it ended up coming at my second shift. And of course they lay off all the temp agency workers first, so that's how I became a part of that. But I feel like if it gets any worse, they're going to start laying off union workers too. And now starting to see locally here in town how many other jobs are being affected. I mean, they're shutting down schools, they're shutting down restaurants. Pretty much if it's not a delivery service or a pickup service, then they're not going to allow you to keep your business open. They don't want any public meetings, groups of 50 or more. They're putting all events on hold, postponing them, so to say, but who knows if they'll ever happen again. Nobody knows how long this thing's going to last. My job told me, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks we'll be back to work, but I don't think they know. They're just guessing. And really it's going to depend upon when those Chinese workers get back to work. They may never get back to work. And in that event, I may never get back to work. And so that puts us in a predicament too, because we're staying in a hotel and we're facing how are we going to pay rent this week. And now they're talking about laying off my wife from her job here because the hotel is receiving less and less people. So they're not able to pay their bills. We've actually been out of our cable TV for well over 2 weeks now. And I'm not complaining about not having TV. I could care less about the TV. We've still had our Wi-Fi. But if the hotel can't even pay its cable bill, how are they going to start paying the employees? They probably won't be able to for much longer if this keeps up. I believe the CDC just put out a thing saying, everyone needs to stay indoors for like 8 weeks. How is that even possible? I heard some kind of stimulus package was going to be put in place for workers filing unemployment, that there would be no waiting period. Well, good luck even filing for unemployment. I just tried to do that today in the state of Illinois, and I couldn't even finish the application. Their application is very difficult to fill out. When you go out to fill out your social security number, when you're punching in numbers, it's just blank, 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 blank. My wife finally got it to cooperate and got the numbers in, but then went to the next form and I wasn't able to submit the form because the screen is too big for my screen. I don't know how to describe it really, honestly, but where there's a submit form and a cancel form, the only thing you see is a cancel form. You can't even see the submit form. No matter how much you move the screen, it won't pull the submit form into play. So I couldn't even put in my unemployment application. Then it says, call us. So I call them. Nobody answers. They hung up on me. So good luck trying to get unemployment, guys. Our only way to survive is going to be people banding together and helping each other. And I don't really see too much of that happening either. We've already contacted family members, saying, hey, can we come stay with you? And nobody's even answering. Nobody's responding. We don't know what's going on with them. For all we know, they're being affected too. I know my wife's dad just got over pneumonia, so I don't know if that was part of the virus or not. I know that's one of the symptoms, but we're just not knowing because they're not contacting us back. We don't even know what's going on. It may get to the point where we just start showing up on people's doorsteps because we don't know where else to go. I don't know how long the hotel is going to let us stay here if we don't make rent. You know what I mean? And that's sad because there are people that work in this hotel that stay here for free. But, in this kind of situation, who knows what they're going to allow. I would hope that, they would just be understanding and say, okay, well, we just need to help these people. But I just seriously doubt it. I hope for the best, but I'm also trying to prepare for the worst. And right now, preparing for the worst is probably finding another place to go because this town is showing us that it acts really quickly before actually knowing any kind of real truth. And I don't know that we'll ever know any real truth, so I can't hold it against them either, but at the same time, I got to make sure that my family's got a roof over their head, got shelter, got food. And if this place can't provide that, then we have to find some place that will. And I just don't know where that is yet. I've been looking all over the maps and saying, okay, well, where would I go from here? Places that we wanted to go are now being quarantined off. We thought about going to Washington years ago, and now hearing that Washington is shutting down its borders, and they're having one of the worst outbreaks there, we will not be going to Washington. My wife was asking me last night, where should we go? And I said, anywhere that does not have a dense population. Can't be in the city. I think now is the time to get away from people. If you really want to survive this thing, that's what you're going to have to do, is get away from people. Get away from big cities. Go out into the woods, go out into the mountains. Deserts, I guess. I don't know. There's not really anything to survive off of out there, unless you like eating dirt and rocks. Yeah, because even before this, I was thinking going to Nevada, but now I'm hearing that they're actually having a really bad time out there. A lot of people got laid off from work. They're shutting down all the casinos, so that's probably not a good state to go to either. And prior to this, work was booming out there, but now everything's coming to a halt. So if you know where somewhere is safe to go, put it in the comments below. And I don't blame you if you don't. You want to hold a little safe zone for yourself? I get it. There ain't gonna be too many people sharing their locations. I don't know how long we'll be able to put this videos up. For right now, we got Wi-Fi. But so if all these businesses close down that I've recommended to use their Wi-Fis, what are we left with? It might be too late for all of us. Now, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on doing it as long as I can. Just like I keep telling everybody, don't quit. Don't quit. Just keep on pushing. Because when this thing, if it does ever settle, you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. So, I don't know exactly what else to say here. I'm a little baffled right now with what's going on in the world. So, if you got some direction for me, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We're going to keep on acting like nothing's happening, right? Yeah. No, but hit that subscribe button anyways. Make sure you hit the like button. Share everything. That way, if the dust does settle, we'll continue on with this and see where we land. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. We'll catch you later.